It was a very honest interview from Austin Gomber post-game. You take a look at his career with the Rockies. He was acquired by Colorado along with several prospects from the Cardinals back in 2021 for Nolan Arenado. That was a huge trade back then. And in his seasons with the Rockies, a 28-44 record, pitching to a 5.31 ERA, over 125 career games. But you guys know this season had been a struggle. He was never able to pick up a win. He went 0-7, had a 7.49 ERA in 12 starts. He was the only pitcher in all of Major League Baseball to have 12 or more outings without a quality start. But Austin Gomber did mean a lot to this rotation. He was a veteran presence on this organization, but now it's time for them to give a younger guy a turn. Warren Schaefer announced today that it'll be McCade Brown getting the start on Sunday versus Paul Skeens, a guy drafted in the 3rd round of 2021. So we wish the best to Austin Gomber, and excited to see what McCade Brown is able to do in purple.
Yeah, he is a very top prospect for the Rockies. He had Tommy John surgery a couple of years ago. More on McCade Brown a little bit later on, but specifically to Austin Gomber. He was going to be a free agent at the end of the year. I think his best moments came a year ago.
Yeah, there's no question. You know, we saw some real highs for Austin Gomber. We saw the true 4-pitch mix really develop, but I really respect the way he was honest and talked about the weight of the trade of Nolan Arenado and him being the centerpiece. We saw that. He was in tears in a post-game interview, and then I actually was there when he was doing the post-game sound of his last start, and the candor he showed was really incredible. For him to be that open, that honest, that vulnerable, I wish him nothing but the best.
Absolutely, and as you just said, he was always very candid after every start when he met with the media, good or bad. Here's the series probables tonight. It's Antonio Senzatella coming off his best performance of the year against Brandon Ashcraft. Kyle Freeland, just keep your fingers crossed that that situation with his finger doesn't arise again with the blister. And then on Sunday, it's McCade Brown, and he draws a tough bull in Paul Skeens.
Yeah, and I think for Antonio Senzatella, setting the tone as they go out on the road, doing a really good job at home against the Arizona Diamondbacks. We saw a new little toy for Antonio in this start. He started throwing a little bit of a cutter, anywhere from 91 to 93 miles an hour, and I really like the way it was to right-handed hitters. That's it right there to Blaze Alexander. It got off the barrels of the right-handed hitters, and then it made his four-seam fastball play up, especially up in the strike zone. I think for Senza coming here, this Pirates offense, they're struggling, so go ahead, be aggressive, and attack him tonight.
There was one game they didn't struggle,
that's
though.
True. I was trying to leave that to pass.
Yes. When they were in town, they scored 9 runs in the first inning. Unfortunately, Antonio was on the mound for that one, but it ended well. A 17-16 victory for the Rockies. A special night in particular for Brenton Doyle and Dugan Darnell, 2 besties.